Show him what he's won. 6'4", 253 pounds. Is that good size you like from your end?
Gets the job done, I think.
I mean, that's quality size.
Okay.
For an end.
I agree.
It's quality size.
UCF.
If anybody knows an end size.
Drew Shelton, Penn State. Okay, who's next? You got 1, 2, 3 guys all at the same height. 4 guys. 4 guys all at the same height.
They're all like, what, 6'2"?
All these guys are 6'3". Anthony Smith, wide receiver they got at the end, pick 180, or excuse me, not pick 189, 189 pounds. He's the oldest guy in the draft, 24 for the Cowboys. LT Overton, 6'3", 274.
Barham's 6'3", too, isn't he?
Barham is 6'3", 240.
How tall is Devin Moore?
Devin Moore is 6'3".
Devin Moore 6'3"? I didn't realize that. Okay.
They said second, third round grade, just freshman, sophomore, junior year had some injuries. Senior year, he played all of it out of Florida, sticky in coverage, nickel guy. I'm excited about Devin Moore. Like, the more bodies in there and you didn't invest a lot, it's not like he was your second round pick or anything. You know, may the best man win.
Barham is a guy that everybody's showing a lot of love to as well.
Dude, come on.
Just because he played edge and then he also played outside linebacker too. So he's, you know, the one thing.
They're going to give him some inside reps too.
They're going to give him some inside reps. The one thing that, and I've heard this from a couple different, draft folks that I've read and just followed up on, is what you like about these guys, especially the Barhams of the world, the Caleb. Obviously, we know about Caleb Downs. But especially like the Devin Moores as well, is their ability to play in space and their ability to play multiple positions. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that, especially...
You can say that for your first 3 picks. All 3 of your guys might play different positions throughout the year. Like, they're not just, like, stuck to one spot on the defense.
To who? Oh, no, we'll play that 8 o'clock. We'll play that 8 o'clock.
Oh, I asked a question.
What'd you ask? What'd you ask?
Was Kevin asking you the Pythagorean theorem?
I was just letting him know that I had the audio. Not that it was ready to play, just in general, but now it's brought out on the air.
I just completely just space out and have his mouth open and just look at me.
I couldn't tell what he said.
I was like, that's your response to my question? I feel like it was pretty simple. He goes, what? We don't need to play the audio. Your first 3 picks can all play multiple positions.
I heard that part. So what was the question?
That was just kind of more a comment. I was hoping he'd build off of it. I agree, Blake.
They absolutely can.
What an ad.
They 100. I concur with everything you just said.
Caleb can obviously play safety. He can play nickel.
Have we figured out the number issue yet with Caleb Downs?
It's the last thing.
Kobe Durant needs to give him the number. That's the issue.
What's Kobe Durant doing? Serious. Kobe, if you're listening, 877-881-1053. What are you doing, bro?
Like, come on. You got to look out. You got to be a good team player, too. Be like, I want to make a good impression on my new team.
First of all, you're on a 1-year deal.
You're going to piss off the fans.
Do you want to be the guy you will easily be the most hated Cowboy this year before you take a single snap if you keep 2 from Caleb Downs. It's as simple as that. I would think that, I'm in a new place. I'm going to give up my number. And it's not like Kobe Durant's some 10-year vet that's been an all-pro or anything. Like, Kobe Durant's Kobe Durant. He was a guy getting cooked for the Rams. I love him. I hope he's good for the Cowboys, but I'm going to need him to come off number 2 because that Caleb Downs number 2 jersey will sell like crack in the...
Oh, no. It's going to be... you're going to see Downs, too, all over the place. And for our boy... what was our boy's name? Fernando?
Mendoza?
No. What was the kid's name that had the George Pickens jersey on at the Pluckers that we were giving a hard time to because he had a Micah jersey the year before? And we were like, dude, we'll call him Fernando for the sake of this conversation. If you're a George Pickens jersey holder, and we know a lot of you are, it's good for another year.
Good for another year. Sign the tender.
Go ahead and ring that bell.
And just for the people at home, they're like, I don't know what the franchise tag means, and I want to know all the specifics because it is George Pickens, Nick Harris.
Show them what they've won.
Nick Harris put out a phenomenal tweet. I'm just going to read it verbatim.
Friend of the show.
What this tag means for Pickens and the Cowboys. He is locked in the Cowboys' control for $27 million and some change for 2026. The team has until July 15th. To work out a long-term deal, although they came out last week and said they won't be negotiating a long-term contract with him this off-season. So we can read between the lines that they will or won't. After July 15th, they can only agree to a reworked 1-year deal. With voluntary workouts beginning this week, we saw Dak Prescott running into the facilities. Pickens has not participated yet. He is not required to show up until June 16th through 18th for mandatory minicamp, meaning he could hold out from voluntary workouts and OTAs without being fined.
That's fine.
So until June 16th, that's when we start worrying if he's not there. Signing the tag allows the Cowboys to trade him if they wish at any point, but Dallas has stated its intentions to not do that.
No.
But it is a consideration everyone has to consider if this drags out all summer. From Nick Harris.
He's not going anywhere.
I don't think so, and I don't hope so, but...
No. Look.
So you think it's going to have to be he's going to play the tag out and we'll get a deal in the offseason, or do you think something gets done before the 15th?
Unless you give him a team-friendly deal.
Can we meet in the middle at 3 years? Guarantees up
If
front?
you gave him like a I don't think anybody would have an issue if you gave him like a 3-year, $100 million deal.
And you front-loaded it, give him his guarantees. He's earned it. He was an all-pro-like player last year. Like, give him his money, but that third year, if we need it out, or you're not acting right.
Play a team option for a third year.
Yeah, but pay him like he deserved it. It's not like we're doing it before he had this last season where we're just hoping from the Steelers. We saw the production, so you know it's there. So it's like, okay, you were playing for pennies. We appreciate you. We want to keep you here. And if it works out, it works out. We get another deal, or if it doesn't, then you can move on after that. I don't want to move on.
No.
I don't want to break up.
I don't think. But I think by him signing the franchise tender tells you all you need to know about where these negotiations. I mean, what is it, 28, 29 million?
Yeah.
I mean, it's more money than he's ever made in his life, right? I mean, it's still, and I want to say it still makes him a top 10 paid wide receiver.
I can double check. Kevin, can you double check that?
If I'm not mistaken.
My last question for you.
By the way, real quick, just on the number front, Malachi Lawrence, who was number 51 in college,
53.
there is no number 51 for the Dallas Cowboys. So if he decides he wants to stay at 51...
No, I think he made his decision. Yeah.
Oh, he's already going to be 53?
Yeah.
He made it that quick?
Yeah, it was like a couple days.
He posted it in front of the locker room.
I mean, I'm just going off of what the Dallas Cowboys website is telling me. Okay, people?
You're going to be yelling at us.
Yeah, I'm yelling at you guys.
What do you want me to check on?
Yeah, you're making it sound, oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, sorry, I wasn't looking at what our 23rd pick was doing for a number, for God's sakes. Why 53?
You have to interview him.
Think?
Yeah,
Probably
Mr. Knows It
wouldn't
All. You
call
guys,
it
you guys check out the big brain on these two. Know what number? Why? Anybody else?
I didn't read the think piece about it.
I want to know what the think piece is. What about our boy? Let's see. So Malachi Lawrence is gonna be 53. What about Drew Shelton? Anybody got a number for him yet?
I'm gonna go 60 or 66.
74.
I'm gonna go 66. Is my guess.
I'm going 74. Let's see. Do we have a choice yet?
The all-new 2026 Toyota RAV4 is here, building on everything drivers know and love about Toyota. With a redesigned look and modern tech that makes life behind the
Think we're just gonna plug them into our Madden roster and everything's gonna be good to go in terms of chemistry and understanding. Downs, Locke, Thompson, Gary, Winters, Malachi, Durant, Barham. All these guys are either going to start or get a significant amount of time, and I'm probably forgetting some guys. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8. That's 8 new faces in a new scheme, and right now I'm not going to get into it too much because I want to keep the high going, but...
And we got off-season content we still got to get through.
That's right. I mean, who knows how long it's going to take.
I mean, it would not surprise me if it takes a full year.
Yeah.
You know, we have seen this. Caleb Downs played at Ohio State, obviously. He got there when Jim Knowles was there as the defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Knowles' first year, that defense was not very good. They could not figure it out. It was very, very complicated. That doesn't mean Caleb didn't figure it out.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team could not figure it out. And then in year 2, it clicked. And what happened in year 2? Yeah, they won the national championship. Yeah, and they destroyed everybody on the way.
And the one thing real quick, Bobby, to counter myself is, I could argue you have 8 new players and a brand new coordinator and a brand new system, and the odds are you're still not going to be as horrific as last year. That it's still going to be better.
You could spin a wheel and pick players, and you could have done a mix and match and probably had a better defense. Mitch LaPointe, who's the Cowboys director of college scouting, when we talked to him on day 3, we had asked him about the idea of Downs getting prepared for the NFL and walking the scheme, and is it advantageous to play for guys like Matt Patricia's really advanced scheme?
100%. I think that's kind of what put like Alabama and Georgia players ahead in the last 10 years. Like playing for Kirby or Nick. Like, I mean, they put so much on these kids. And if they tell you, hey, this guy's an average learner, you get him at the combine and they're like advanced compared to some other kids. And you're like, wait, he's average. Like, oh my God, this guy's unbelievable. And he can draw a ball 11. He knows what's going on. And you're like, oh my God. Like, yeah. So it really, when you get guys from some of those programs, you know exactly. Like they've been through it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that I think that if you're talking about, yes, it's new faces, and that's definitely a hesitation, but I would say some of it is Gary's coming in here, and Gary has worked in the Pettin scheme that there's some borrowed from Parker. You're bringing in P.J. Locke, who had been with Parker in Denver. So you've got like these philosophy evangelists that you bring in to talk to other players. And I think they've done...
Never heard the term philosophy evangelist.
I haven't either. I like it, though.
And I think that when you've got the... When you see... Philly did do this. 2023, they revamped their defense. Because remember, it was like getting destroyed. Or 24, whatever, 24, the year they won the Super Bowl. 24 was getting destroyed. They revamped that defense and had 2 rookies playing prominent roles in the secondary, and they were nails on defense. And so, not that this team will be, because I don't know that they have that personnel, but it's at least, you can see teams work into it. Dan Quinn's first year here, the Cowboys worked into it by about week 10. They'd settled in, and they became one of the better defenses in the second half of the year. That's a possibility, I think.
All right, child, let's get to Pete Briscoe's power rankings one on down.
Number 1,
Cowboys!
the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh.
Let's see. Landing running back Darian Price in the first round will prove to be a big part of their offense. Kenneth Walker will not be missed.
Damn.
Number 2, Ty Simpson's L.A. Rams.
More on that at 8.
Yeah, so they're drafted little to help them. That was a strange tactic, with Stafford likely playing his last season, but they still have the talent to win it all.
How can you write that sentence, though? That was a strange tactic with Stafford likely playing his last season. I know his point is not getting a final piece of help,
Right.
but that sentence to me more screams we need his replacement.
Right. I mean, look,
that was a strange tactic with Stafford likely playing his last year.
Yeah, like this is, I think the one thing that people a lot of times forget is that, you know, yes, it is. Fans, we're all in the moment. It's about this year. The GM does have to think about fielding a team the following season.
Yeah. Do we have to? Are we judging this differently than what the Packers always do?
Yeah, but I think there's
Can we
a
give the
reason.
Packers
I think
more
there's a
credit?
reason too.
Why?
Because when they took Love and when they took Rodgers, they were both considered sliding. Like they grabbed Simpson at 13, but a lot of people were like, is he going to go in the first? So there were a lot of people. I think the bigger criticism that you have out here, other than related to Sean McVay's reaction, I think the bigger criticism you have here is, why didn't you try to just cultivate other stuff? Or you could bump back to 19 probably and be able to get him there.
What if Arizona or the Jets?
I think
stealing him?
they were scared of the Jets. I think it's
Arizona probably didn't have the capital to go up. Maybe the Jets could have. But, man, I don't know. That to me feels like, I think a lot of people just looked at it and were like, you could have massaged that better. But yeah, again, maybe they look at it the same way the Cowboys do, where they're like, we don't think Miami's taking downs, but let's not take the chance.
And we're not going to be here again.
Yeah, right.
We're not going to be here at 13 again. We have to do it.
And if they evaluate him that way, they evaluate him that way. So I don't want to like dump on their evaluation. That's how they saw it. I want them to pick with conviction.
Because it's hard not to trust Sean McVay if he signs off.
But which maybe he did. Maybe he did.
8 o'clock.
Maybe. But I think when I look at Simpson, I just go like, that's not a guy that I feel like, well, I got to grab him now and not risk it.
number 3, the Buffalo Bills.
With Keon Coleman.
With Keon Coleman, yeah, they're gonna bring him. They're gonna run it back.
How about that conviction? Saying teams called about Keon, not happening.
Yeah.
So awkward.
Number 4, Denver. Saying the trade for Jalen Waddle will be the biggest move for them in terms of making a step forward. Number 5, his Jacksonville Jaguars.
Why is it his?
That's where he lives there.
He lives there.
He's been covering them for years.
Way too high.
That's what it qualifies to be a Jaguars insider. He lives there.
Yeah.
Their draft was perplexing, but tight end Nate Berkshire will be a good player. Biggest move this year, getting Travis Hunter back healthy to start at corner. Number 6 is San Fran. Number 7 is Green Bay.
By the way, Bobby, I know everyone's crapping on Jacksonville. The San Fran reach criticism Is that legitimate based upon you and the draft shows boards?
I don't remember. I know that San Francisco got a lot of criticism for it. I don't remember their draft like blowing me away of just being like, that's awful. But we were also so focused on Jacksonville. Stribling, a lot of people thought Stribling was going early to mid-second. So I don't think it's that bad. Romello Hyde was somebody who maybe is a little early, but a lot of people...
You had him as a Cowboy in the third.
I thought he was going in the third to the Cowboys. They took him in the third. And so now Kalen Black from Indiana, yeah, that's a reach. Black was supposed to go, I think, in like, a lot of people thought he was going to go in like the 6th round. But
and he went...
third round.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was early. But, I mean, I will also give a little bit of deference to the 49ers in general when they evaluate running backs. They've been pretty good at it.
Number 8.
You got 7?
I did. That was Green Bay.
Okay, Green Bay.
The Dallas Cowboys. They have totally revamped their defense. What they had to do. One concern: George Pickens on the franchise tag. Will he pout or use it as motivation?
All right, is there a team in front of Dallas on Prisco's list where you're like, they should be behind him? Or is there a team behind the Cowboys on this where you're like, how are they not in front of them?
No. I wouldn't object to Green Bay.
Jumping out more.
There's more teams that should be in front of them.
Yeah.
I think the only one that's close to me is I don't know.
We're on the home of the Dallas Cowboys, Bobby Bell, in case you forgot.
The only one I don't know if it's close is the only one I might like just. I don't know how good Jacksonville's going to be again this year. Like maybe they're really good. I don't know. I would put them definitively ahead of Dallas right now, but that would be the closest one that's an argument. I went through and I was trying to pick over it, and I was like, how many teams would I say right now starting today I would put over Dallas? And I have 14. So like definitively.
So you have the Cowboys 15th.
Like their peak would be 15. There's probably like 2 other teams that are in the conversation right around them. So between 15 and 17.
Do you have the team?
Yeah.
All right, don't fly through them so fast.
Okay. Seahawks, Rams, Broncos, Bills, Ravens, 49ers, Texans, Patriots, Eagles, Bears, Chargers, Lions, Jags, Packers.
Jacksonville is definitively better than the Cowboys.
That's why I said that's the closest one because their defense was great last year, and Lawrence played better down the stretch.
So you don't... Okay, we got Houston, obviously, just because of their defense.
Yeah.
You don't believe in CJ, right?
No.
And then you go and toss-up in the East with Philadelphia, definitely better? And all the drama?
I think right now everything we know we have to say they're definitely better. Now that is definitely one that... I think there's some here who are vulnerable. I think very easily we could be looking at the end of the first month of the season and saying Dallas looks better than Detroit, Dallas looks better than Jacksonville, Dallas looks better than Philly, Dallas looks better than Baltimore, Dallas looks better than Chicago. I think all those are possible by the end of the first month. I just think right now, given what we know and what we saw at the end of last season, Dallas has pushed themselves up past teams that would have had them behind, like Tampa and Carolina, but I don't think that they're above those other teams right now.
Pete Prisco's power rankings here on the Expressway. 105 through the fan. Let's go ahead and wrap them up, and then we'll hook you up with Lee Bryce tickets.
Next up is the Chargers at 9, the Bears at 10. Pats at 11, Chiefs at 12.
Pats at 11. I mean, is that really... That's really disrespectful, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a couple different power rankings. Everybody has the Patriots around like 9 to 12.
Everyone? Mm-hmm. They won a lot of close games last year, which they can't count on. Again, the Vrabel situation does not help either. Who did they get at wideout? They lost Diggs. Did they get Dobbs? Yeah, Romeo Dobbs, didn't they?
Yeah, they made another acquisition. I'm trying to remember what it was.
So they still might be weak in terms of the weapons.
Chiefs at 12, Eagles at 13.
They're getting another receiver here in about a month.
Oh, yeah,
right.
True.
Eagles at 13,
We helped them get Lemon.
Ravens at 14.
Ooh.
Houston at 15.
Bobby, I am surprised. You're usually a Baltimore hater.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's a bunch of chokers, but I also think that Baltimore, talent-wise, is more talented than Dallas right now.
Houston 15. Man, if your league is in good shape if the Ravens and the Texans are 14 and 15.
Yeah. Tampa at 16. Cincy at 17. Detroit at 18.
RJ's Lions and his other team following them.
Minnesota at 19 and the Colts at 20. Mike McCarthy's Steelers at 21.
I think Cincy and Dallas are the same team, where they're offensively really strong and defensively you're just like, well, if they can kind of be okay, then they could shoot up this list.
So he went and he had The Cowboys 2 spots ahead of the Bears.
2 spots.
3 ahead of New England. 4 ahead of Kansas City. 5 ahead of Philly. 6 ahead of Baltimore. 7 ahead of Houston. And 10 ahead of Detroit.
Ooh, 10 ahead of Detroit. That feels a little rich. I don't know. Me and you I always have more Detroit stock up than I do down. I don't know what it is.
Why do I agree?
And they exploded on the Cowboys.
They did. They're a good team. They have an easy schedule this year. And last year they had a very tough schedule.
It's that offensive line instability people are wondering about.
So Steelers at 21, Panthers, Saints, Falcons, Giants at 25. This is what they said about him. The nice draft will help both units up front, which is important, but the real key is start. Washington at 26. Coming off a down year, Jaden is back healthy. They added some good pieces of free agency. A lot of changes in the offseason, including some coordinators. Jets, Raiders, Titans, Browns, Dolphins, Cardinals.
Tannenbaum picked Washington to win the Super Bowl.
This year?
Yeah, at the end of last season.
Washington at 20. How can you pick a team to win the Super Bowl before free agency in the draft?
It was like call your shot.
A franchise tag contract with the Dallas Cowboys. We are going to go deeply to understand why George Pickens is not signing a franchise tag with the Dallas Cowboys. By now, George Pickens wants a trade, not a franchise tag. In Dallas Cowboys, at the beginning, they proposed him to sign a franchise tag of 1 year with the worth of $27 million per 1 year. And according to the insiders, George Pickens is not ready to sign this franchise tag as he wants a trade. So, Cowboys did not give him a long-term contract negotiation, and Jerry Jones, general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, said that they are not ready to give him a long-term contract, and that's why they proposed to give him a 1 year contract playing under franchise tag tender. So by now, George Pickens, he is proposing Dallas to make a trade, to be traded to another team instead of staying in Dallas for 1 season. So you can also think about why Dallas Cowboys suggested for signing George Pickens on franchise tag tender. It is because George Pickens was asking a huge amount of the money per 1 year in his contract. And if you remember, in a few days, we extended the contract of CD Lamb, and to keep 2 wide receivers at high and huge amount of the money, it can also break the salary cap of the Dallas Cowboys. CD Lamb is a first wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, and also George Pickens, he is at high level. To keep them, it requires also to pay them a huge amount of the money, and that's why Dallas Cowboys decided not to sign him for a long-term contract, because it will cost them a huge amount of the money. That's why they decided to give him a 1 contract year playing under franchise tag. And George Pickens, as a superstar, as a good player, he don't want to play under franchise tag. That's why he wanted trade. That's why he did not attend the practice of signing a franchise tag contract. According to the insiders, he was supposed also to sign this contract last week in a period of the draft, but due to that situation that was there, draft selection, the deal was also cancelled. And by now, on this Monday, he was supposed to be signed as a franchise on franchise tag, but he didn't participate in that activity. So by now, we can say that it's like Cowboys is to trading George Pickens because he don't want to stay in the Dallas Cowboys by now. And let us see which club will sign George Pickens, but no one who can doubt about the talent of the George Pickens. Everyone knows that George Pickens is another level. He's a good player. So that's what we can say about George Pickens, who don't want to sign a franchise tag contract with the Dallas Cowboys. And we are now in the off season. The period that we have today, it is workout periods, and the Dallas Cowboys players, some of them, they attended workout. We have seen our best man, Dak Prescott, attending the workout. This activity is voluntary for players. Yes, it is voluntary for players. And we have seen also Dallas Cowboys All-Pro kicker Brandon Obley and the special team specialist celebrating living at voluntary off-season workouts. This was posted by Brandon Obley. And you remember last week, Brandon Obley signed his new contract with the Dallas Cowboys, which makes him the best the best paid kicker in NFL. This was amazing to sign him. He's the best kicker, of course, best paid kicker in NFL, Brandon Obley. So you understand that he also participated in workout for first day. And as we said also, Dak Prescott also attended this one. So when we say workout periods, it is a voluntary, it is not a mandatory for the players to attend it. So after a voluntary workout, we see also training camp, which will start in the July and August. So we still have a long period of time, but our coaching staff, they are preparing their plan for the new season, their tactics and techniques for the new season. So we hope that the upcoming season will be different. Yes, will be different for the Dallas Cowboys. We will see what will be a change, because we have more excitement and the curiosity to see new Dallas Cowboys. And as you know, Jerry Jones said that he was asked if he was satisfied by the signings and the draft that was made by the Dallas Cowboys, and I said by now the defense of the Dallas Cowboys is looking good. That was what he answered. And when you start to talk about defense, you remember what happened the last season. So we don't want to see that situation in this upcoming season. So that's why we say it is going to be another huge season. The season that will also tell us the future of the Dallas Cowboys, because it is more than 30 years without any Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys. So, and Jerry Jones believes that season is going to be different. It's going to be another milestone for the Dallas Cowboys to be back on a big table for NFL. So we can say something more something about the Dallas Cowboys rebuilding for the upcoming season, and we focused on the defense, because that's where we have more weakness. Yes, but also we cannot also forget to rebuild on the offensive side. If George Pickens is planning to leave Cowboys, he will also need a replacement, because he's a top. We cannot keep only one wide receiver who is on caliber. CeeDee Lamb anytime can has injuries, so we have to keep more two wide receivers who are on caliber, and so we hope that Cowboys is ready to replace him. And we still have also need on edge rusher position. That's why more players like Max Crosby and Miles Galletti, they are on a short list to be selected, to be signed. Negotiation internally also is going on, and in undrafted free agents target also, we have seen Jordan Hudson to be also signed by Dallas Cowboys. This player, of course, is a talented player, and Cowboys, they are looking to sign him. Yes, they are looking to sign him in this undrafted free agents players who are available by now. So that's what we have today. So at the beginning, they proposed him to sign a franchise tag of 1 year with the offer of $27 million per 1 year. And according to the insiders, George Pickens is not ready to sign this franchise tag as he wants a trade. So Cowboys did not give him a long-term contract negotiation, and Jerry Jones, general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, said that they are not ready to give him a long-term contract, and that's why they proposed to give him a 1 year contract playing under franchise tag tender. So by now, George Pickens, he is proposing Dallas to make a trade, to be traded to another team instead of staying in Dallas for 1 season. So you can also think about why Dallas Cowboys suggested for signing George Pickens on franchise tag tender. It is because George Pickens was asking a huge amount of the money per 1 year in his contract. And if you remember, in a few days, we extended the contract of CeeDee Lamb. And to keep 2 wide receivers at high and huge amount of the money, it can also break the salary cap of the Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb is a first wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, and also George Pickens, he is at high level. To keep them, it requires also to pay them a huge amount of the money, and that's why Dallas Cowboys decided not to sign him for a long-term contract, because it will cost them a huge amount of the money. That's why they decided to give him a 1 contract year playing under franchise tag. And George Pickens, as a superstar, as a good player, he don't want to play under franchise tag. That's why he wanted trade. That's why he did not attend the practice of signing a franchise tag contract. According to the insiders, he was supposed also to sign this contract last week in a period of the draft, but due to that situation that was there, draft selection, the deal was also cancelled. And by now, on this Monday, he was supposed to be signed as a franchise on franchise tag, but he didn't participate in that activity. So by now, we can say that it's like Cowboys is to trading George Pickens because he don't want to stay in the Dallas Cowboys by now. And let us see which club will sign George Pickens, but no one who can doubt about the talent of the George Pickens. Everyone knows that George Pickens is another level. He's a good player. So that's what we can say about George Pickens, who don't want to sign a franchise tag contract with the Dallas Cowboys. And we are now in the off season. The period that we have today, it is workout periods, and the Dallas Cowboys players, some of them, they attended workout. We have seen our best man, Dak Prescott, attending the workout. This activity is voluntary for players. Yes, it is voluntary for players. And we have seen also Dallas Cowboys All-Pro kicker Brandon Obley and the special team specialist